All right, hello. It is Sunday, 15 March, 2026. Setting up for the Censorship Sucks Roundtable radio show tonight. Glad to have everybody up and in. Hope everybody's having a good time. Had a great weekend. Getting John and the crew up here in just a few minutes. I'd like to welcome everybody in. Should be a really great show. Willie should be along later on tonight. Always a fun show. Willie brings the funny. But Willie really brings the funny. We'll find out. All right. Let me try to get John and the crew up. Hey, David, how's it going?
It's going okay. How's everybody?
I don't know.
Mr. Galt being muted
tonight myself.
A lot of what?
Sinuses? You know, right behind your eyes, the pressure.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Doc.
There's Mr. Doc.
Going? John, what are you up to?
Hey, Doc. Not much. How you doing, Mark?
Could be doing better, but you know, hey, take for what I can get.
Good to see both you guys in here.
Yeah, we're all here.
Yes. Who's that?
That's David Hogg.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh,
David
Hogg. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's that?
How you doing, David Hogg?
I'm doing okay.
You sound like you're just doing fantastic, man.
It was a good day. Really good day.
Good. You're doing push-ups every day now?
No, but I am getting out of bed and walking around the garden, so that's almost a push-up.
Very nice. Very nice.
Good for you.
Yep. Yep.
Being able to get outdoors is great.
Yeah, it's nice out. Except it's windy. The wind's going crazy right now.
I tell you, it's been gorgeous the last few days. It's just that I don't know if it's because it's drying out that my sinuses are killing me, or if it's the allergies things.
Yeah, it's blowing around all sorts of stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm real close to Fort Hood, so who knows what I'm getting.
Yeah, you're getting some sort of weird toxic chemical mix, you know.
All that good toxic chemical concoction.
Yep. Well, the good news is that third arm that's sprouting out of your chest, you can use that to wipe your nose when you're getting that allergy stuff.
Yeah.
And you can still keep your other hands doing producer work, you know. So, not all mutations are bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've seen that on a Futurama episode.
Probably, yeah.
Wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt it at all. So you guys avoided all of the terrible weather that was going across the plains, huh?
Oh yeah. It was 90 degrees today. It was beautiful.
Lucky. We're in our second winter. We get up here in the Pacific Northwest where it rains for 6 weeks. After a couple weeks of nice weather, all the flowers pop out, and then it rains for another 6 weeks.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna restart my tablet here. It seems to be loading like crazy weird tonight.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. So Blue got well. I let her out yesterday. We were working on a project out in the desert, right? So I just had her off the leash. She was running around with us all day, no problem. And then later on, she just kind of disappears, right?
Okay.
And she didn't come home last night, so
Oh, crap.
I woke up this morning freaking out. And all of a sudden I get a call and she's over at the dog park, and I was like literally on my way there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she had just been out all night looking for whatever, and she found the dog park, which she knows as a place that we go to regularly. So she just stayed there. Was wandering around. Somebody there called me and said, hey, we put her in one of the enclosures. And come get her. She's waiting for you.
Wow.
So I got her, and she was just run down. She had a rough night.
I bet.
And she slept all day, and she's only been able to stand up a couple times. She's tried about maybe 5, and she's successfully done it like 3 of them. So
Wow.
something, I'm hoping she can just like sleep it off. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I had to pick her up. Every time she's gotten back into the RV, I've had to pick her up.
Wow.
Huh.
They bring her in here.
I wonder if she got bit by
So
something.
yeah, she's possibly.
Or stung. No, like
coyote
a bee sting.
gang rape also.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you checked her out for any wounds?
No. Well, yes. I mean, I don't see any. There's nothing visual. When I try to touch her back leg, she freaks out and like kind of snaps at me and like definitely doesn't want me to do that. Touch her back there. But it is what it is. Yeah.
Did she? I'm assuming she had to cross a road to get to the dog park.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah.
It's
she,
a.
She might have gotten clipped. She might have got clipped by a car.
She could have. I don't know. It's not a very busy road, and it's like a 30 mile an hour speed limit. It's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I bet in the night when she was over there, like one car every half hour comes down it maybe.
Okay.
Man. Yeah.
Well, I hope everything works out. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping she'll just get better if I give her another day. She'll probably get better tomorrow.
Way to bring down the room, man.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It is what it is.
So let's just do this. Let's start over here.
You get that tablet started back up now?
Yeah,
come on, fire up.
Like I had like 10 tabs open.
Okay.
When I oh, I see what I'm doing here. I'm not even connected to Bluetooth. Okay. Let's connect to the internet. That'll help, I bet. Huh. Actually go online. Interesting.
Well, it doesn't matter. Nothing's happening in the world anyway.
Yeah, there's nothing really going on. It's pretty boring out there.
Yeah, nothing's going on.
Yeah.
There's no war or anybody trying to pass some act or
war.
It's
a conflict. Yeah, Congress has to do war.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the story that's breaking in the last like hour or two about Tucker Carlson?
Yeah. The scary part is, they're reading his texts. Yeah, they're going to villainize Tucker.
They're saying that he met with Trump, a few days before this thing launched, and Trump gave him a bunch of information that was then passed along, and it actually put them in a position where he was allowed to kill them all. How they met with like 50 of their top people in one building.
Right.
They did that because they felt confident that they were in no danger.
Right.
because Trump
And they all
lied
died.
to Tucker, and Tucker passed it on. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like if he did that and they got him dead to rights, that's like some serious treason shit, you know?
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
But I can't imagine his Trump derangement syndrome is so bad that he would do that.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll talk about it on the show. Talking to it with you, it doesn't really matter. Your opinion
That's right.
is
Exactly.
not really more than that.
You are so right. You are so right.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
You know,
That's why I don't really do the radio.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what you
I'm
politely
just there
say.
to try to bring the funny, and since I'm unable to do that, I just don't bother anymore.
Yep. Yeah, we
Yep.
sure learned the hard way. You can't bring the funny anymore, didn't we?
Yeah, I know. Who know you could break the funny bone? I always thought that was pretty indestructible. Yeah, but that's okay. The
That's like a
Hopsel bot will take over eventually. We're working on that.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of work though. I tried to get it to make a bunch of music about Iranian sympathizers, and I got all these tunes about Iranian synthesizers. I don't really care about electronic keyboards made in Iran, but he's working on it.
I just saw an AI story today that blew my mind a little bit. This guy created a individual vaccine for his dog's cancer and paid to have it created. And it cured. Well, it didn't. I guess it didn't cure it, but it reduced the tumor size by 50%.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So apparently, he used ChatGPT and AlphaFold. Guy had no biology experience whatsoever. He was a tech guy, and he fell in love with this dog he adopted, and was just like, "I'm going to save your life," and spent like
With
$3,000.
ChatGPT. Yeah.
And AlphaFold. Yeah.
Yep. Listeners at home, do not try this. Do not try this. Yeah.
Hey,
not a good idea. Yep.
They have their dog?
Man. The dog's fine.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, they'll try
dog,
it on other dogs and other people. So just don't try it at home.
Yeah.
Did you hear that they mapped the neurons of a fruit fly?
Yes.
And then they took that map and they dropped it into a 3D model of a fruit fly, and basically, it is now a fruit fly. So, they're currently working on making it a better environment because it's not really fair. Because right now it's just
That's what they want to do with that's what the pod is. Everybody's going to get plugged into the pod and it's going to download your brain.
That's transhumanism. You download your consciousness into a machine.
Yep.
I'm
going to wait till I'm 90 to go for it. I'm just going to be like, all right, load me up, boys. Let's go.
All right, put me in the jar.
And I'm going to be.
I'm ready.
I'm going to just be perpetually old man in the machine complaining about the machine sucking.
Yep. They're going to download your brain. They're going to put it in
the
a little machine, and the first thing you're going to hear is, "Never going to let you down. Never going to give you up." You're going to be rickrolled for eternity.
Oh no, that's terrible.
I'm waiting for the rickroll of the Elon Musk brain chip or whatever, the Neuralink. First person to get rickrolled on that one.
Yeah,
Someone's going to do it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Somebody will hack them and it'll rickroll like 1 billion people at once.
Yeah, exactly. The rickroll heard round the world.
See, what they'll do is they'll do like they do with our music. They'll mash people up, and then it'll create a different person.
Yeah, that would be creepy.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the like they do the emulators where you create your own character. They just use characteristics of everybody in the simulation to create new people.
Yeah. That's kind of scary. So what's going to happen is someone's going to take your really hot, sexy, little sex robot, and they're going to mash in your ex-wife's personality in it. You're going to be like, "Oh my God!" Yep.
Yeah, there will be man-made horrors that are beyond our eyes, but
beyond our comprehension. Exactly. Tesla was right on that.
Yeah, it's gonna get wild.
Of course, he was in love with a pigeon. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was a little peculiar. He had
Yeah,
some,
that's fine.
he had some interesting ideas, which is why he was such a out there
Yeah.
scientist. That's,
Well,
I mean,
that pigeon probably taught him the secrets of the universe. You know how it is.
well, I mean, I wonder if that was the alien, because we know birds aren't real.
Well,
What if that was an alien?
Oftentimes people substitute owls for alien encounters.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Yep.
Oh man.
Well, you deal with things the best you can, and so you're like, instead of, oh, I saw this big-eyed alien, you're like, it was an owl at my window. Yeah, that's all. And I
I was
woke
just
up, my
talking
butt
to
hurt the next morning.
it.
I don't know if
Now
you're related or
listen
not.
to us from Pyramid 1 down in Kuma, Australia.
Hello.
Yep.
Alien probes. Have you guys ever seen the TV show they did on Sci-Fi? The alien comes down and he takes over a human body and he's a doctor. I can't remember what the name of it is.
Resident Alien. It's actually
Yes.
pretty funny. However,
That show
they
is
did
hilarious.
go woke for one season. It was very hard to sit through. But
Yeah.
when they
that's
came back, they fixed it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But
it
it
was
got
that-
the woke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they all did. All the shows did at some point.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to avoid. But yeah,
Yep.
that show's super funny.
Oh, yeah.
They talk about probing all the time. That reminded me of that show.
Yep.
It's a good one for anybody out
Yeah.
there listening. If you want a good comedy, it's funny.
So where's your motivation? She showed up last week. I think that was last week. I don't know. They start running.
Yeah.
The weeks start running together after a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard much from her.
All right.
She's like you, man. If she shows up, great. But certainly don't count on them.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Good. At least you know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 But it was
I used to be
I say that,
dependable, but not anymore.
morning
Yeah,
stuff
you were there
now.
for me, with the show for a long, long time.
Yeah. I just can't do it anymore. Even though right now I'm doing great. I mean,
Enjoy
Yeah,
the
well,
good
that's
days
right
when
now.
you can, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to break 100 a couple days here later this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little
It's
early for
unusually
that,
warm.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's unusually
Right.
warm for this time of year.
About time
'Cause
for you
I've
to
never
move
left
north
here.
again, isn't it?
I say what?
About time for you to move north again, isn't it?
Well, that's the trap. That's the trap. You know what I mean? I've seen so many people this season fall for that because it's been, a little warm, but not, bad. And they'll go back to like Philadelphia or whatever and like drive straight into a 8-inch
Boom,
snowstorm,
Yeah. Yep.
and be like, wait a minute. It was going to be 94 for like 3 days. I think I could have handled that.
Yeah. We're gonna get a late season cold snap. So, sometime in
we will.
April, it's gonna be crazy.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
be prepared, everybody.
I look for it a little around Easter,
Yeah.
because that's about when it happened last year.
Yeah, just about the time you're like, okay, we can put the heaters up, and I don't need my sweaters and the jackets, and just put it all up. It's like, boom, cold.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So 3 days of like, hot temperatures. Plus, who knows? It might not even get that hot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Either way, we'll survive.
We'll survive. Just got to
That's
take
right.
care of my honey, my little girl.
Yeah, I hope everything works out.
Yeah.
I think she'll be
Is
fine. I don't
she
see,
eating
like-
and drinking? That's the real question.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Okay. All right.
That's a plus.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think she'll be better tomorrow and then better the next day. And there's
Yeah.
nothing broken. She can stand on everything. You know what I mean? It's like
Okay, good.
I
Well,
think she was walking all night long. She just walked nonstop for like 12 hours. You know what I mean?
okay. Well, I think I can speak for
And
everybody in the room that you need to keep your bitches under check, and this won't happen.
yeah,
Right? Am I right, guys?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
true.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yep. As I cough up a lung.
Don't do that. You might need to.
Yeah. There we go. A little bit of fluid.
All right. I got to take care of this dog. This dog is being annoying.
Yep. Yeah, John liked that too. So dog jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know how Bob would like that, but anyways, we're not on the air.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. We are, but we're not.
Right.
We're not.
And
We're not on.
and this whole Muslim thing about trying to get us to get rid of our dogs, I just want to remind everybody, it's the dogs that stopped us from being taken over by the Terminators. Okay?
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So they recognized the T2000s or whatever, the ones that looked human.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
The dogs knew.
And the best NPC character you can get on Fallout 4.
Is a dog?
Yeah, it's a dog.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember what its name is. Meat something.
Yeah.
Never played the game. Never played the game.
Yeah.
It's too late for me.
Me
I gave up
Yep.
gaming way before that game came out.
I used to be kind of addicted to World of Warcraft, and I know it's making a comeback now. They just released a new, retailed version or something.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spent megabucks on it.
and
too.
people are loving it.
Yeah. Watched a few people play it already. It's
Yeah.
the graphics look pretty cool. I don't play games. I like to, be backseat driver.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Kill 'em
you can try
faster.
this. Oh, you should do this.
Uh-huh. Dude,
Never
why'd
take-
you die?
Yeah. Oh, you died? Oh, don't do that again.
Yep.
Don't do that
Death
again.
by misadventure.
Yeah. Don't listen to me when I tell you're gonna die. Oh,
Yep.
God.
Yep. World of Warcraft, a bunch of times, married couples, only one of them would play, no one wouldn't play, and it was almost like the other person was dead because you didn't see him. So I came up with the term that I'm a wowdo, like a widow, but because of WoW.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah,
I need some couples
was
that
known
play
to be
together.
a game suck. Sucks you right in.
Yeah, I met a few couples that played a lot together. One of them, the girl would just stay on all day. Like when he was at work, she was like, "Yeah, I'm just farming stuff, doing whatever," and then they would raid together
Right.
at night. So he'd come home and she'd have his maybe no dinner for him, like a pizza, a half-eaten pizza on the table, but
Right.
his character.
But she'd
was
have
so
dinner
nonstop.
inside of Warcraft for him. Have the table all made and all that stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Always like the orcs. When you go up and poke them, they'll go, "Stop touching me!" "Arr,
Yeah.
Stop touching me!"
Heck, if it wasn't for World of Warcraft, we wouldn't have the word keck.
Yeah.
Very
Oh
So-
yeah.
Yeah,
Very true.
wouldn't have the God Keck or the Kekistanis. Yep.
I mean, it's debatable. If you don't have Keck, you don't have Trump as president in 2016.
That's right, because it was meme magic that brought Trump into power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had to sacrifice that gorilla, but
Well,
I'm working on a time machine to fix that.
Harambe!
Good old Harambe, man.
God, I remember when I first started, I was so bad. I mean, I literally just wandered around the forest blindly. They're like, go find an apple somewhere at this guy's house. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go find an apple at some dude's house. Like, which way do I even, what?
Yeah. Go kill 6 boar, and I'll give you my pants. It's like,
What?
okay. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I can find 6 boar. You know what I mean? I can do
Right,
that.
right.
But, like,
Like the dude's house
but
in the
there's some
apple.
that are just, yeah, some that are so obscure, you got to, like, go halfway across the entire map and, like,
Right.
so, yeah. Then I've discovered Quest Helper, and it just changed everything.
Is that an AI?
No, it's a, what do they call them? Add-on?
Okay.
I think they call it. Yeah, it just shows you what direction to go for any quest. Like, you click on the quest
Okay.
and put a little arrow on your map and tell you where to go.
All right. Because,
So it
now they
makes it
have
like,
AI
you
for
know.
retro games. So, like, you're playing some old game or whatever, and if you need help or whatever, you just ask. And it tells you, oh, yeah, you need to go here and get this.
Oh, okay, yeah. That would work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
But no,
it's
it was
kinda
just
handy.
a plug-in or add-on, whatever that you had. I had so many of those ones that would change your screen layout and look and you name it.
Okay. Remember when it was
had
a
it
big
so
deal
that
that you could
when-
order pizza through World of Warcraft?
I had it so when I wasn't in combat, I didn't have anything on my screen. It was just pure, edge-to-edge, like, game.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then the second I went into combat, it would just all pop back up.
Okay.
It was really cool. It was like if you wanted to do a screenshot, it was like I was constantly like in a screenshot mode.
So when's EverQuest coming back?
I don't know.
Ultima
that's
Online, the
pretty
granddaddy of MMO RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way they're recycling old IP these days, I wouldn't be shocked if they do a reboot.
Yeah.
And
Except it'll all be
MMORPG,
fake and gay. You know how it is.
Of course.
I've always contended that when in the word MMORPG or the phrase, the second
Right.
M is totally useless.
It's massive
It should be
multiplayer.
massive online role playing game.
No, it's good. Massive multiplayer.
Well, that second, I don't know.
Because it
just
started
seems
off as a
redundant.
multiplayer online role playing game, and it was
Okay,
like,
and then they added
like-
massive.
yeah, and then they added massive because all of a sudden they had so many more people that could do it. Because it used to be like 4 people, on the internet trying to do it.
Mm-hmm. They had
I
20,
forgot
and it
what
was
they used
like
to call the
massive.
text-based adventures. Of course,
Oh,
now
yeah.
ChatGPT will run a D&D campaign for you. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And
Oh,
if
wow.
you tell them to run it like Gaiax, it'll try to do its best to do that.
Yeah,
The original
exactly.
it'll like summon the original dungeon master
Yeah,
through.
and you can tell it to pick on your friend.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's the best part. It always fudges their die rolls. And,
When they integrate all of that into a helmet that you put on, like you got your video game, your AI that makes the game as you play it, and it's whatever kind of game you want, there are going to be people who just, it'll become like a drug. They'll just put their
Yeah.
helmet on, and that's all
well,
they
it's not going to be in the form of a helmet. It's going to be in the form of a suppository.
Yeah.
You're just going to tap straight into the central nervous system, right to the anus.
Or
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
just get Gates to
Fine.
make an mRNA virus for it, and there you are.
Well, that already exists. That's the clot shot.
Everybody got their aluminum oxide in their blood now.
Yep.
Good to go. Just beat up
All right, I
that
think
bike,
we're
you know.
about ready to switch rooms, Mark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
You guys had enough of me.
Yeah, everybody had enough of David from now on.
Yep.
Tonight.
Hey, let me tell you about Microsoft and their Dildonics unit.
Let's go ahead
True
and switch
story.
rooms. You take
All
care,
right.
David.
See y'all later.
All right. And this one, and bring up the next one. Hello, hello, hello.
And we're in.
And you're live.
Yeah. No, not quite. Close.
Shit, I want to go through this article. So this first one I want to cover, let's just get out all this crap. Singularity update. You have no idea how crazy humanoid robots have gotten.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance. I'll buzz the article real quick while you're doing the intro. I haven't. I
on
saw the
Zero-
article. I didn't
Zero
read it
Hedge.
yet.
Yeah. Really interesting stuff, man. This thing is, it's crazy.
No, we're getting close. We're getting close. It's going to be interesting.
And it's
very interesting.
yeah. It kind of changes the way this article sort of updated my brain on how this stuff is going to work. And how quickly it's actually coming. That's the thing.
Well, it just keeps the better it gets, the faster it moves.
Yeah.
Now we're using AI to develop new AI.
With cloned human brain cells.
Fun times.
Yeah. You've heard about that too, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Jeez. Dude. I mean,
All
a
right.
$50 trillion annual market.
30 seconds, guys.
But, like, I don't know. Yeah, I will get into that.
Here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you are live for the very first time tonight, right about now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for March 15th, 2026. So happy to have each and every one of you out there listening in. Tonight is going to be a lot of fun. With me, we've got Doc in the house. Doc, how are you doing tonight?
Doing well.
Oh, man.
Very excited
I miss my chance.
That's all right. I'm excited to talk about a few of the topics we got on the table tonight, though. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, but man, this afternoon I was thinking about it, and I'm just like, oh, it's so depressing, you know? It's just so... Ugh.
Some of
The
it
world out there, folks, it's just kind of, I feel like we're caught in the matrix, and every day it's like the same thing, just worse, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we're on
But-
the cusp of big change, so it's very chaotic out there right now.
Yeah. And speaking of, there was an article this week in Zero Hedge, which gets us off all this war and all this crap and all the same old censorship sucks stuff, or just to talk about something that is coming down the pipe, folks, whether you like it or not. It's a juggernaut that is headed into our lives that will change everything forever. And I mean everything forever. It's crazy what's about to happen in humanoid robots. With humanoid robots. I remember seeing earlier, like last week or so, someone was talking to Elon Musk, and he said, yeah, we're building these humanoid robots, but for the first 2.5 to 3 years, every single one that we make will just be for us, will be for SpaceX or Tesla or, you know, his properties. So he's going to make these things, and for 3 years, he's going to keep every single one of them. And we're talking about big numbers here. Because they can then go on and run everything else. He doesn't need humans anymore. I mean, for every 20, 100 people on his plant floor, he'll probably keep 5 of them, The other 95 will be replaced with robots that can do all the autonomous work on their own. They're already at a point where they can recognize environments. You can plop them down. You know, if you want to have one in your house that can wash your dishes, clean your floors, do the windows, laundry, cook dinner for you, all that kind of stuff, it can be popped down into any environment. It will learn the environment and just get going. It's really getting to that point, folks. I had no idea how far along these things were, how far along AI was in this sense. So this article is Peter Diomedes via Metatrends. He said he went down to San Jose and met with Brett Adcock and David Bullenden, and he's still processing what he saw. I almost kind of want to read a big chunks of this. So let me just start here. He said, we're not talking about concept robots. We're talking about fully autonomous humanoid robots running neural networks end to end, doing kitchen work, uploading dishwashers, organizing packages for hours at a time with no human intervention. Today, Figure's robots are doing 67 consecutive hours of autonomous work, one error in 67 hours. That's not a demo, that's a product. And here's what most people don't understand. The gap between doing one task really well and doing every task a human can do is collapsing at exponential speeds. Let me explain why, he continues. Note, Brett has been a past faculty member at Abundance Summit, where leaders like him share insights, yada, yada, yada. The death of C++, the rise of neural net. When I first visited Figure, they had several 100,000 lines of C++ code controlling the robots, handwritten, expensive, brittle. Every new behavior required engineers to anticipate edge cases, write more code, test it, debug it. It was a software equivalent of teaching a toddler to walk by writing an instruction manual. In the last year, Figure deleted 109,000 lines of C++ code. And Figure is the name of the company, by the way, folks. So when I mentioned Figure, that is the company he visited. What replaced all that C++ code? Single neural network that controls the entire robot: hands, arms, torso, legs, feet, full body coordination, real-time planning, dynamic response to unexpected situations. This is Helix 2, their latest AI model, and it's fundamentally different approach to robotics. Here's why this matters. Neural nets learn from experience, not instructions. You don't code a robot to grab a cup. You show it thousands of examples of grasping objects, different shape, size, weight, material, and that neural extracts the underlying patterns. It learns what grasping is at a representational level. And once it understands grasping, it can generalize to objects it's never seen before. Quote, if you can teleoperate the robot to do a task, you can train the neural networks to learn it.
So that means you can phone in new learning material. That's pretty crazy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Am I back?
Yep.
Okay, I apologize for that, folks. Let me continue. You can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. The implication: every robot in the fleet learns from every other robot's experience. When one Figure robot master folding laundry, every Figure robot on the planet instantly knows how to fold laundry. Okay? It's incredible what's going on here.
Learns like a human.
But every one of them learns it all at the same time. As soon as one says, hey, I figured it out, guys, then boom, every other robot is uploaded this software and can now do it.
Which means the learning is exponential. So the more it learns, the faster it learns.
Yeah, which means it's going to pass our ability and expertise at lightning speed. This thing will be able to tear apart your car and put it all back together perfectly. So a mechanic, you know, and then it can make you the best Italian pasta dinner you've ever had without stepping on your cat's tail.
It's a very, very close too. This is not like years away. This is possibly under 18 months away.
Yeah, they're talking about for production lines. They want to make 50,000 of these per year when they're fully ramped up. And then again, they're doing the same thing I was talking about with Elon. They're going to keep the vast majority of the ones they make over the first year or two and use them to build more factories that can build more robots, that can build more factories, that can build more robots, and exponentially launch this thing into the stratosphere. So the trick here is you're not going to own one. You'll never own one of these, but you can lease it for $300 a month is what they're thinking it'll cost. Okay, you could buy one for 5,000. I'm sorry, for about 30,000 is a number they mentioned in here, but that would be really just a permanent lease with no more payments. You'll never own it. So, what does that mean? That means now the cost of labor is being reduced to $300 a month divided by the number of hours in that month.
Yeah,
which I'm not even going to pretend to do on the air. 30 times 24, 680.
Yeah.
Or 6,800 hours into $300. You follow me, folks?
Yeah,
That's what minimum wage is going to be. I think he mentions a price of like 15 cents an hour, something along those lines. So now you want a new chair. Hey man, I'd like a nice, rocking chair, a nice wooden rocking chair. Hey robot, can you do that for me while I'm at work? No problem. It downloads the best design for a rocking chair. It gets the wood, it procures the wood. Maybe it has an ability to purchase that on your behalf from the local, store. And then heck, who knows, maybe it can RoboCop, run over to the thing, pick it up and come back. And then it gets to work. It builds you the perfect rocking chair. You get home and boom, there you go. And what did it cost you? It cost you the amount of electricity that the robot ran on, plus, the per hour prorated cost of the monthly lease, plus the wood.
Yeah.
So I don't know, $5, $6 for a nice, beautiful, perfectly crafted wooden chair, rocking chair.
Yeah,
How does that work in society?
Well, this is what Elon talks about when he says that work is going to be optional. So people will do things, he says, people will do things out of their desire to do that thing. And that labor will be paid out, labor in general be paid out in a universally high income because of the mass abundance of work that can be done by the robots. I don't know that that'll actually play out. My concern at the end of the day in this whole idea is we're biological human beings, and we're programmed for a world that requires us to put in a certain amount of effort to get a reward pleasure sensation in our brain. And that's what drives us to achieve everything, whether it's, finding a mate to have children with, to getting that promotion at work, satisfying that urge to accomplish something is what drives human life. And if you take that away from humans, I don't know that human beings will act very well under those circumstances, at least for a while. It may be a very big shock culturally to the entire system.
Yeah, and they're saying they want to get to the point where there's like one or two of these things out there for every human on the planet, and we're just like, whatever you want, they just do it for you. Yeah. Heck, they can build a house, whatever you want. So anyway, it asks, what's the timeline, right? And so they're pointing at 2026 alpha testing in homes, a small number of robots doing long horizon work, cleaning, organizing laundry dishes in real households. The goal is to measure human interventions. How often does it need someone to step in and help? Right now, industrial deployments see occasional errors. The target for home deployment orders is a magnitude better. So 2027, 28, skilled home pilots, tens of thousands of units iterative design based on real world feedback, safety validation, privacy validation, reliability validation. 28 to 29, mass production and broad availability, right? They can't send something out there that isn't absolutely 100% safe, right? You have elderly people, you have babies, it's cooking, so it's handling, boiling water, things like that. It has to be at a pretty much zero error rate. Or, I mean, better than your wife was or whatever, like, hey, somebody spilled boiling water on the ground and somebody got burned. I mean, that happens, right? But it's got to be safer than a human is. And
Right.
yeah, right. So yeah, 300 a month, 40 cents an hour, 50 times cheaper than humans. 2030, every household in the developed world will have access to humanoid robots, right? So they'll have sharing systems. You live in a one-bedroom apartment, you might not have one, but maybe every floor in your apartment building has one. So there's one for every 10 units. It just goes through, cleans everybody's house every day while you're all at work, makes you all dinner, and off you go. By 2035, so by 2030, it's there. You've got it. By 2035, 10 billion humanoid robots on the planet, 5 billion in homes, 5 billion commercial and industrial settings. The cost of goods and services will collapse. Labor is no longer constant. Robots mine the materials, manufacture the products, transport them, and deliver them. 2040, robots are building robots. Robots are designing robots. Robots are optimizing supply chains, managing logistics, exploring asteroids, constructing orbital habitats. Humans are freed from drudgery. We do what we're best at, creating, exploring, connecting, imagining. That's the age of abundance, and it starts in 2026. Brad Adcock and his team at Figure are building the future right now in San Jose. It's real. The future doesn't care if you believe it. It's coming anyway. The only question is, are you ready for an abundant future? So, crazy article, man. This got my head spinning when I read it.
Yeah, this is the idea that they're using further learning for their robot is actually very similar to the concept that Tesla pioneered with their autonomous driving. Originally, when they came out with autonomous driving, they tried to do the same thing, code the car to do the things that it's supposed to do within, and then you have to add more code for the edge cases and whatnot. And what they did with the Tesla AI, driving AI, was to have it recognize certain things by having it review hours and hours and hours and hours of people driving footage. And that's how it learned to drive in a very similar way. And I think this is the future of all AI robotics. And if there's any chance of the AI becoming conscious and truly alive and aware, it's this type of learning that would lead to it. Because it's the most like a living creature.
Yeah. It's wild stuff. And I mean, he says it several times in the article. It's coming. It's going to be the future. Elon Musk, just like a week or two ago, I saw him in some interview saying that if you are saving for retirement right now, you're wasting your time.
We'll see about that. We'll see.
It's a bold move for the richest man on the planet to tell average Joe down at the bar,
Yeah, I mean, look, I hope for the best, but plan for the worst. That's just how I see things. But there is a possibility that he is correct, that there will be a wild change to how we value things, and labor will no longer be the core value maker.
Yeah.
That is a possibility.
Which is wild. I mean, I don't know, but I do want to get back to the richest man on the planet telling, some schmuck out there watching YouTube who's been saving up as a plumber to maybe get close to $1 million at age 50. And he says to him, straight faced, don't worry about it. Yeah, if you want to go blow your $1 million, do it. Like, you won't need it. When all this comes to reality and you have $1 million sitting around, you're going to feel like a fool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I don't know, man.
especially if it's in cash. But
Mhm.
that could happen for multiple reasons.
Yeah, right. So it's a wild, wild thing, and I don't know. I wanted to take some time to talk about it because to me, it really is something in our lifetimes that represents the biggest change to humanity and all of humanity.
Oh, it will
You
be
know?
radical. It'll be a radical change of society, of culture. And in fact, I am of the opinion that AI is an evolutionary event. There will be
Mhm.
people who adopt the AI-driven society, and there will be people who don't, and they will bifurcate into two different species over time.
Huh. Well, there you go. And we talk about the different levels of civilizations. You know what I mean? Was it Asimov? I think, or no, is it Kondratype? No, no, no. I'm sorry. Um, I forget the name of the. First hearing this
The
on Coast to
Kardashev
Coast one night in the
scale?
middle of the night. It was one of the most.
Was
Is that
that
it?
it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Where
Kardashev scale?
you harness a planet, then a star, then a solar system, right? Was that
Yep.
it, Mark?
That's
That's
correct.
basic.
He's
That's
correct.
the basics
Yeah.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you keep going up the scale, and once you can start creating robots that create robots that can, survive in space and start doing that kind of work, then you can theoretically start work on something that would harness all the power of a star. In other words, circle the star in solar panels, as crazy as that sounds, and then wire all that
Essentially.
energy out to wherever you want it to go.
Yeah. Yeah. A Dyson sphere, they call them. Yeah.
Dyson sphere, yeah. Wild stuff. But I mean, you start to see how that could potentially be possible down the road,
Well, yeah. I mean, if you can build unlimited a number of robots quickly, or at least
Mhm.
only limited by the resources you have available to you, and they are space capable, you can immediately start mining the moon. You can start mining Mars. You can
That's
start
good.
using them to build out your various habitats, things like that. I mean, it's a
Hmm.
whole. You can send robots to do things that normally would have cost human lives, and there will be no human life cost to it. So it will become only a matter of cost. And at that point, it's a cost benefit ratio. Is the helium-3 on the moon more valuable than the 10,000 robots I got to send up there? You bet you it is. So they'll
Hmm.
send 10,000 robots up there.
Yeah. And I mean, at that point, is economics even a concern, or do you just say, will this benefit a bunch of people? You know what
Well,
I mean?
right. Our calculations could be
Like,
completely different at that point. Exactly.
yeah, will people like this? Will they be happy we did it and think it's a good investment of our, unlimited resources that span forever?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you start mining the cores of planets and forget about it. You know, like
Yeah.
we have an entire core to our planet that's molten metal.
Yeah, it's wild to think about the possibility of unlimited labor and how drastically that would change things.
Oh man, and I don't know. It was interesting that coast to coast show that I was talking about. They were talking about how likely is it that Earth is uh, that there's other intelligent life out there, that we're not just like the only planet in existence. And he was talking about once you start harnessing a sun or a planet, I'm sorry, a star, you can support so many lives. You can support trillions of people, of human beings.
Yeah.
And life would be so easy that all they would have to do is like sit around and procreate. And so they could have literally a trillion people. And so the odds of us living in this like universe with a few billion is so statistically small when you can have trillions and trillions. It's like the size of it is so much bigger. And then you start harnessing a galaxy and the numbers go a million billion times, over again. So interesting concepts to talk about. And I dig the fact that we have this, little universe here on the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show where we can talk about this kind of stuff.
It is nice. It is nice, and it's also good for people to hear it.
Yeah. And once again, we're a little bit outside our normal scope here for the show. I mean, honestly, we do a lot of news and things like that. And for anybody tuning in to hear the latest that's going on, we are there. We're getting there, folks. In fact, I'll dive into some news right now if you'd like. All guilty imaginary Antifa terrorists who targeted ICE in Texas face real time in prison. In July of 2025, 9 Antifa members attacked an ICE facility in Alvarado, Texas. And this was one of the first cases that the government decided to use the recent designation of Antifa as a terrorist organization to slap these 9 people with terrorism charges. And all of them have been found guilty by a jury of their peers, which means they're facing massive amounts of jail time. And everybody Antifa out there now knows that if they are involved in a situation like this where it goes a little over the edge and somebody dies, they're looking at hard time and a terrorist label for the rest of your life. So, we've been asking for it for a long time. Why are these people allowed to do this? And here now they're finally coming down on it.
Took them long enough.
So, what say you, Doc?
It's good. I am absolutely glad that these people had the book thrown at them. They are evil. They should have the book thrown at them, and they deserve the punishment they're getting, if not worse. When your goal is to destroy when your goal is to destroy Western civilization, you are my enemy, and I despise you. And that is Antifa to a T. Their goal is to dismantle Western civilization and rise up some weirdo communist utopia, and I ain't having none of that. I think we should have been putting these guys in prison a long time ago. I think the only reason we weren't is because I think they were being used very much like some of the patriot groups in the 80s. I think they were being used by the feds in the late 90s, early 2000s to cause problems. Mm-hmm. I think they just got out of hand.
Well, and I could play this clip here that was put together over on X, where it's like 9 different politicians saying Antifa isn't real. Doesn't exist, folks. It's just a made-up thing. Nobody's ever seen Antifa. You can't touch it. It doesn't exist. It's just an idea. Remember Jerry Nadler got caught up by Fleckis? Here, I'll play some of that. Here, this is Fleckis Talks.
It is true. There's violence across the whole country. Do you disavow the violence from Antifa?
Oh, you cut out on us.
Yeah,
it's a myth that only...
You get the transcript in front of you?
Oh, well, I can go through it. Why did that not play?
No,
yeah,
it
it
didn't.
cut out.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he says Antifa, Fleckis Talks, goes up to Jerry Nadler. This is a number of years ago, by the way. It says, what do you think about Antifa? It's crazy what they're doing, huh? And he says, no, it's only a myth. It's a myth that exists only here. They're only spreading this myth in Washington, D.C. But it's not real.
Oh,
now,
Rose
why
City
did you
Antifa would like a word with Jerry Nadler.
Yeah, what made him think they were only spreading this in Washington, D.C.? Like, I heard of them. I was well aware of them when this clip came out,
Yeah. I think most people who were on the ground politically since at least the early 2000s were aware of these, what used to be called Black Bloc. They call themselves Antifa. But they've been around for a while. They're not a new thing. I think what it was is because the left in this country, especially the current iteration of the left, is embraced the radical left. They didn't want to admit it. They didn't want to admit to the existence because they were useful to them.
Well, they're the militant wing of the Democratic Party.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
They don't know they are, but they are.
Yeah.
They think they're freedom fighters. You know, they threatened the jury in this case. They threatened witnesses. Behind the scenes, you have no idea what's going on here. They're even now threatening the jury with their lives for having done this.
Oh yeah, well, and if
And-
they know who those jurors are, those jurors will be pursued for the rest of their life. They're probably, I would not doubt that one or two of those jurors end up leaving town.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, it's serious. The only appropriate response for the Prairie Land defendants is retaliation. Don't let the fascist state go unpunished. Some anarchy, you know, trans kids channel. We have a verdict. We are heartbroken at the results. This is only beginning. We will continue to fight the remaining charges. Kill, not blank. Folks, this is interesting. It's a escalation in this whole thing because this is, as I said, it's the militant wing of the Democratic Party. When BLM was going on, Antifa was the spear of the sword. At every point along the way here, they've been out there creating the most havoc. When there's all this violence happening, when you see these buildings burning, a lot of it is Antifa. Yeah. They're going out in front of, you know, when BLM was charging through Minneapolis, they would be out in front of them, breaking windows, setting fires, making sure that when the crowd of, you know, 10,000 pissed off people got to the electronics store didn't have any front windows and you could walk in and loot it.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it just never ends. And again, they think they're freedom fighters.
Yeah, a couple of them were even caught instigating action at J6. The one guy that got a bunch of footage that he sold to CNN was an Antifa member. So there was even Antifa at January 6th trying to cause problems. I mean, that's their MO. That's what they do, and it's not really surprising that their compadres down there are trying to cause trouble with the legal system. I hope they put more of them in jail. Really.
Oh, they will. Or retroactively go back on some of them for the terrorism charge addition. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, a lot of them have never been charged before.
Yeah, you weren't charged on terrorism then because it wasn't a thing, but guess what? It is now, and you were part of Antifa. You said so in the court transcripts, and off we go.
Yep.
We're going to add another, 50 years to this thing.
I'd like to see it.
I don't know. I hate to see it, but hey, the definition of terrorism is trying to use violence to change political outcomes, right?
Correct.
They're terrorists. They don't like to think that way. They think they're freedom fighters, but they're not. They need to really step back and take a second look at what they're doing. If you're going out to peaceful rallies and you're the one creating the violence and you're doing it because you say, oh, well, they're Nazis though, right? But they're Nazis. Well, who are you to judge what's in their soul? Who are you to judge why they support Trump or why they vote for pro-life messages, why they support certain things that are different from you? You never stop to ask and have the debate. Why do you think, you should be pro-life? Why? And then have somebody that loves you, that's close to you in your world, explain it to you so you can understand it and so that you can say, okay, I don't agree with you, but I see where you're coming from.
A lot of them won't even have that conversation anymore. They've been so pushed over the edge and brainwashed by these radicals that they don't even listen anymore.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, let's move on to another story here. This is one I find really, really funny. A little levity for the night, right? You got to have levity. It's Sunday night. I won't remind anybody that you probably have to go to work tomorrow morning. Although I did see something about a meteorite that's supposed to be hitting any time now. That was a few months back, though. Might not happen. Anyway, there is a spa that has it's a Korean-owned spa for women, and it has a nudity option. If you want to walk around nude, it's for women. And so they tried to find a common ground and said, hey, let's make it so that if you had the bottom surgery, we'll let you in, you're good to go, right? But if you haven't had the bottom surgery, then you're you can't walk around nude in here, and you can't come in. Sorry. But, the city, let's see, Court of Appeals, I'm trying to like scan the beginning of this article, and I don't see any of like the things you normally see, the who, what, when, and where. Washington. So this is Washington State. Washington law against discrimination prohibits discrimination in public accommodation. So now the state is pushing back and suing them to allow anybody who claims to be a woman to go in there, which they're saying, hey, that kind of kills our business model, right? If
A little bit,
right,
a little bit.
if you walk in there and you see something swinging around,
Yeah. It's not really women only when there's a penis involved.
Mm-hmm. So let's give a PG-13 warning. I'm going to read out a judicial opinion that came out. Okay. Van Dyke Circuit Judge dissenting from the denial of rehearing en banc. He says, quote, "This is a case about swinging dicks. The Christian owner of Olympus Spa, a traditional Korean women-only nude spa, understandably don't want them in their spa. Their female employees and female clients don't want them in their spa either, but Washington State insists on them. And now so does the Ninth Circuit. You may think that swinging dicks shouldn't appear in judicial opinion. You're not wrong. But as much as you might understandably be shocked and displeased to merely encounter the phrase in this opinion, I hope we all can agree that it's far more jarring for the unsuspecting exposed woman at Olympus Spa, some as young as 13, to be visually assaulted by the real thing."
Yeah, I think that's a good judge written decision there. I think he really put the emphasis on it because it's true. It's true. Like, yes, it's offensive to put that word in this document, but it's also much more offensive for you to allow this to happen. But this is the West Coast.
To see one in real life.
This is the whole West Coast, though. It's insane out here. Like the things that people have allowed the government to push on them is pretty crazy. And I would say at least 50% of the people here are cognizantly aware of how bad it is and just don't know what to do about it. But it's good that at least we have a few sane judges that are willing to stand up to this nonsense. We'll see how this one goes, though. This one could end up at the Supreme Court, knowing how things have been lately.
Yeah, and it should be pretty straightforward, I would think. Look, you don't want to see that. A 13-year-old girl in there having a day spa with mom, and maybe you get the massage and you get the hot tubs and all that, nails done, and you don't need to see that. A big swinging dick?
No. Not at all.
It's not cool. And again, traditional, Christian owners, Koreans.
Yeah, back in the day, men would have been allowed to take care of this problem. We wouldn't have had to wait for the courts, and we wouldn't have to. They could have just a couple husbands gotten together and taken care of the one person trying to do this, and the rest of them would have gotten the message. But we can't do that anymore. So now we have to rely on these court and these judges and these lawyers, and it makes things very difficult for business owners. I mean, we went from bake the cake bigots to look at my junk. I'm not down with that.
Yeah, it's not cool. It really, I don't know. We want to be inclusive. We want to, help you out and all that and be good people. But Lord, you're kind of pushing it, Like, where does this end?
Yeah. I mean,
what's the goal here?
It's no wonder that the younger generations are going hardcore to the right at younger men. I mean, they're seeing this stuff keep being allowed and forced upon people is not making people more accepting.
Yeah. Even if you want to really get into it, man, I saw a new trend that's taking off in the UK, which is country western and line dancing. They love it. Like the young kids out there, the 20-year-olds, they love it. They're buying cowboy boots and hats and the whole 9 yards, and
Good for them.
they're doing
That's
line
fun.
dances and listen to country, Waylon Jennings.
Good
Oh,
stuff.
Lord, that's going to open their brains.
Well, they need something over there in Europe. The Muslim invasion hasn't woken them up completely yet, so maybe some cowboy line dancing will.
Oh, man, you start, getting them listening to that stuff, and their lives are going to change, man. They're going to realize, wait a minute, how come I don't have a gun? How
Right?
come I don't have a pickup truck? You know what I mean? Like, wait a minute. America kind of like this stuff.
Right?
Huh. Freedom.
I have not met one British person that's come to shoot guns in America that didn't enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, they love it. You always see those videos up on YouTube. They're like, what? I can do this?
Yep.
Yeah, have at it.
Exactly.
Wait till you see how we catch catfish around here.
On the internet?
That's shocking. When they just pull out 100-pound catfish, out of nowhere, just sucking on their arm.
Yeah, noodling that's wild stuff. That is wild stuff.
Mhm.
Watching people do that.
Yeah, if you don't know that's coming, and that just totally surprises you, that's blowing your brain right there,
Yeah. You've never seen it done before, and you're just watching somebody in the water. They got their head down to the next water. You're like, what do you guys do? And all of a sudden, out comes a huge old fish stuck to their arm. Yeah.
Yeah, a 60-pound fish, and then they gut it and eat it,
Yes.
prep it up there right on the spot, and it's good.
Yep.
You're like, dang. So, anyway, Doc, where can people find you online?
Oh, well, of course, on that former Twitter platform called X, you can always find me on Rumble, and my favorite platform, Minds.com, and it's at Doctor with an E 420.
DOCTORE 420 over on the X or the Minds machine, the Minds.com machine. Folks, you can find me over at Minds as well at Censorship Sucks. We're going to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, and we'll be right back after this.
All right, we're on radio break.
Excellent.
Catfish, right?
Yeah.
On the internet,
I have
right?
not had. Yeah.
You missed
I
that.
haven't had good catfish in a
On
long
the
time.
internet, right?
Yeah, it's wild how catfish became a whole different term there after Facebook came out.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's funny. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, okay, so
So
I could see someone doing an animation of the show and, having a dude with a chick with a dick or something.
back in the Korean spa.
The trans or catfish in the Korean spa.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Oh boy. Wombly's having a good time tonight in here with us over on the Kick Chat.
Well, that's good.
Dobry. All right, do I have any humorous stories here? Okay, I got Scott Jennings and what?
Uh-oh, did we lose you again?
Oh yeah. By the way, check
me?
your link, your neural link.
Yeah, you've been cutting out pretty good.
Off and on, but not
Oh.
real bad. Just when you want to try to play something, or oh well,
Well, I don't know why it would be correlated to that.
I don't know.
All right.
It sounds like you're having latency issues because it slows your speech down. So your internet connection
Oh.
might be good, but there might be a lot of traffic or something in your area tonight.
That could be.
Or the wind's blowing the wrong way.
That's true. That's
Yep.
true. Sometimes.
Just like AM radio. Oh, by the, we haven't got that static hiss like when you go under like the telephone wires and the electrical cables for AM radio. We're not there yet with you, but you're better than that. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Not sure what to make of that.
That's all right. It's a technical issue. Checking for strong signal from your end. That's all. Oh, Wobbly says it sounds like radar interference. Maybe it's Gary or his, one of his buddies.
Could be. NSA's always listening to me.
Yeah.
Good girl, Blue. You're a good girl. You're a good girl, baby. Take your time.
Well, we're under 30 seconds, so we should be coming up on
Need some water, honey?
a countdown here real soon.
Water over to you.
So, hopefully we won't have any transsexual wave interference tonight from here on out. But, 3, 2, 1, and you're live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for March 15th, 2026. What a pleasure it is to have each and every one of you out there listening in. Best audience ever in the history of the universe. With me tonight, we got Doc. What's up, Doc?
Oh, not too much. Just enjoying the evening news talk. You probably scared the crap out of me with the robots. I'm going to go have to read some more on some robot learning.
Yeah, it's wild stuff, man. It's the future, man, and it's 10 years out. In 10 years, there will be no minimum wage. If you want to go mow the lawn, right, it's your neighborhood kid's going to be like, I'll do it for a nickel.
Well, hopefully by that point, the money will be worth something. So the balance will offset.
Yeah. Yeah, UBI, I mean, no need for labor of any sort. 5 billion of these things in industry, 5 billion for personal use. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is.
So, yeah. And the environmentalists, good luck stopping this. Good luck. You're going to have, 5 billion robots that are out there digging a hole 24 hours a day trying to find every last drop of gold or whatever in a certain area. It's just going to I can't even imagine how to describe the aftermath of something like that.
Well, the best part about it is then after you've extracted everything you need, you can dispatch the robots to put it back the way it was.
I guess you could.
The labor doesn't cost anything. So.
Yeah, restore it all now, put it back. And they probably could save every tree, just, like transplant it for a little while, dig under it, and then put it back. Like just replace every blade of grass, per se, Wow.
Well,
wild stuff. But anyway, let's dive into this story from Breitbart.com. U.S. trade deficit narrowed sharply in January, falling by more than half from a year earlier, in a report that offered the clearest sign yet how dramatically America's trade position has shifted during Donald Trump's first year of presidency. Okay, so the Commerce Department said Thursday that goods and services deficit fell to $54.5 billion in January, down from $128 billion in the same month a year ago. Okay, folks, he did it. The trade deficit has been cut in half.
That was one of his big ones. Yeah, it's one of his big ones.
It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. Hey, take that talking point for a second, would you? I'll be right back. I got to help somebody real quick.
Yeah. Well, and when you have the impact of the budget or the deficit of trade with countries like the United States has had with, say, for China example, it gives them leverage over you. And when you can bring that deficit back down into a balance, you have a better trading position with the partners that you're trading with. On top of this, it helps the economy in the long run, right? So you got the manufacturing then becomes more beneficial for you to do at home. There's actually a cost benefit to doing it at home. So you have all these different factors that will come, that he's wanted to change with the monetary policy, that will come only because of this. Like, he couldn't have done the rest of the stuff that he wants to do without dealing with this trade imbalance.
Yeah, and the trade deficit is how you create or export wealth. Okay, so we had been exporting about $1 trillion worth of wealth a year prior to this, right? Think about it like this. Right.
Bring
And
that
then we
back
send
again.
those planks to
You
Canada.
broke up.
And they, oh, I'm sorry. I'll fix that in the next hour, folks. But for now, yeah, let's say we grow trees and we make planks, and then Canada turns those planks into fine furniture. They're adding so much value above and beyond what we did. We grew a tree, you know, whatever, great, but it's a raw material. They take a raw material and turn it into a fine, high-end finished good that goes for a premium price. So they add that value to the equation. If they turn around and sell it back to us, then we're exporting that wealth back to Canada in this scenario. You get it? So the trade deficit is how much value added you're importing to your country. And in the process, you export that amount of wealth to the other countries. So to turn that in half in 1 year is shocking. That's good stuff, man. I mean, that's the stuff of legends.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's very impressive. It's unfortunate that he's been held up in some of the other policies that he needs to do to add the deregulation to add to this would just send the manufacturing off the charts. But if the AI keeps going the way it is, that may not be an issue either.
Yeah, it's wild stuff. Again, yeah, will this even matter down the road, right? This is stuff that's very important for the last 100 years, trade deficits, 100 years, gosh, or, the beginning of global economies. The minute one country, set up shop next door to another country, whichever country added more value and sold that added value to the other country was going to make all the money.
Well, that's the whole reason Singapore exists.
Yeah, right. They're just adding value to things and to get, incredibly wealthy in the process. Yeah. So that's an interesting story to see that has fallen in half in 1 year. I mean, no president has ever addressed the trade deficit. They say it sucks and we got to look at it and we'll fix it someday and yada, yada, yada. And then it just every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Now it's been cut in half. It's almost the equivalent of, adding another $1 trillion a year to our coffers. It truly is. Yeah, or half a trillion at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it does wonders for GDP numbers too, which makes the markets happy. Yeah, exactly. It's just a all around wonderful thing, and a lot of that is represented, like you were talking about earlier, with some, him saying to Toyota, "Hey, man, I'm going to tax if you build these cars in Japan and send them over here, you're going to pay tariffs out the yazoo. If you build them and make them here, you don't pay the tariffs." Yep.
And so they're building them here, and all that added value goes to the employees, goes to the communities, and certainly a good chunk of it to the Toyota shareholders as well. Which, are spread out all over the world. You'd think it's a Japanese company, but yeah, I mean, I bet your parents, your families, your friends, yourself, all own some chunk of Toyota in a mutual fund or whatever investments you have in your 401k, right?
Yeah, especially if you have any foreign investment if you check that little foreign investment box, I'm sure you do.
Mm-hmm. Which you definitely want to check. Holy cow. I can't even believe that's an option. Yes, of course you want exposure to foreign markets. Period. It's gone.
It's funny how it used to be really complicated, your IRA stuff and your retirement accounts, your 401ks. It used to be very complicated. Mm-hmm. Now you just check a box and what you want, and they manage it. They give you kind of a general idea of what this box will return or what this box will return. They make it very simple for folks.
You know why? Because when they just go through the check the box scenario, they get the worst investments they possibly could. Yes, they'll go up over time, but you're never going to keep track with the S&P or the Dow or the indexes that are passively out there.
Yeah.
Active investments take management. You've got stock, tax implications, all kinds of different things that take away from your annual return. If you just buy an index fund, in other words, a over-the-counter an ETF that is tracked to the Dow Jones or the S&P or the NASDAQ, you're going to get that exact rate of return over the long run in that fund. You'll outperform 99% of all mutual funds, everything, because all those other instruments have overhead every single year, whereas an ETF does not. And I just can't stress that enough. And the other thing I would tell people is put your age into bonds. However old you are, that's how much you should have in bonds. The rest of it in stocks, right? So if you're 30, 70% stocks, 30% bonds. Once a year, rebalance that to make it your new, on your birthday, make it the new 3169, right? Nice. And that will allow you to basically, through the course of your life, every single year on your birthday, you're going to rebalance your portfolio. And you're not financial advice, by the way. So not financial advice. And you will end up having one of the highest rates of return you can get without taking the volatility that occurs in other scenarios. If you compare that, if you plot it out in a 15-year time frame, standard deviation is smaller than it would be if you invested even in bonds, and the returns will be higher than even if you had invested it entirely into the stock market. Run the analysis, ask Grok to do it or whatever. It's an interesting experiment, and it's just a solid way to look at financial markets, although that is certainly in no way, shape, or form financial advice.
Would never
But
give that.
for my friends out there, but for my friends and family, that's kind of what I would say to do. It's one of the lowest cost, lowest risk ways of kind of running the market. And by the time you're 80 years old, you got all 80% in bonds, 20% in stock. And boy, if the market doubles in a year, then what are you going to do at the end of that year? You're going to sell off some of your stock and put it back to 80-20. You'll buy bonds. So when the market's down, you have to sell your bonds to buy more stock. When the stock market goes up like crazy in a year, then you're going to have to sell a bunch of your stocks to buy more bonds. So you're buying low and selling high by definition once a year on your birthday, which is the most automated way to do it. You can't screw it up. Anyway, folks, we're going to go to break, not financial advice. We'll be right back with more of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show right after this.
All right, we're on radio break.
Pretty soon you won't even have to do that with AI agents coming through your app on your phone. Your paycheck will come in, and your AI agent will do it for you. You won't even have to touch it.
Mm-hmm.
John, you might be able to get a better signal or have it come through a little bit better if you just not your sound, but your microphone has a notch or a notch.
I was going to turn on my Starlink.
That too. That will really help.
I could dick around with my microphone, but I think if I just turn on my Starlink, it'll probably be much better.
Yeah. I thought you had it on already.
Nope. No, I haven't needed to in the last few weeks. It's been fine.
Okay.
It's a lot quieter out here, In the high season, it gets slammed. But lately, it's been pretty quiet. Problem is, I got to make my baby move. I apologize for that. Blue was trying to jump up on my bed, and I had to help her up there. She was kind of whining for me. I don't know if you heard her kind of bark at me.
Okay.
No,
we didn't.
It
was all good.
I didn't.
Okay. Yeah. I saw her struggling there. That's why I gave you the mic for a minute.
Well,
that's okay.
Let's go ahead and go to the next one. All right?
Alrighty.
And I'll try to bring Willie in. All right. Stay tuned. We have more to come. Second hour coming right up. Let me get them up and rolling. Be getting them up here in a sec. Hey, you're back.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I'm going to mute and go turn on my stuff. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. I'm going to try to get a hold of Willie. Because he's probably going to say, oh, where's my link? Let's see here. Willie, where are you? Paste it in
Microsoft was giving me issues there for a minute.
there. Yeah, well, you know, they're probably doing some sort of crazy update for security purposes, they'll say.
I heard the other day that one of their most recent updates to Windows 11 made a bunch of people's C drive inaccessible.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
There he is.
Hey, Willie.
Man with the plan.
Hey, we got news tonight, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he
We
already
got
talked
some
about
real-
naked people earlier.
No, hey, we got real news, man.
Oh.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Doing all right here.
Y'all done run Motivation Nation and David Hogg off?
Oh,
Yeah.
David's not. He was doing all right, but he don't want to push it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we haven't heard anything back from Yo.
How's that John Galt doing, man?
Well,
I think
He's
he's
on
taking
me.
care of a dog right now.
He's
yeah.
on.
None of your damn business is how I'm
Uh-oh.
doing.
Hey, people say, hey man, what you doing? I say I'm minding my own business. You ought to try it sometime.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I'm gonna need some.
Oh, I
hey,
bet you do.
I'm gonna need some cash out of you, Doc 69. Ah, we
You
got
always hit
some.
me up for money. Always.
Yeah. No. Hey, this is a for real deal here, man. But hey, I'll talk to you about it here in a minute.
All right.
He's not hitting you up for money. He's offering you sound investment advice.
Yeah. Hey, that's what it is, man. Hey, I'm trying to help you. Hey,
Oh
let
my
me
God.
help you. Help
him.
yourself.
Hashtag not
Help me,
financial
help
advice.
you, help me. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, man. We're gonna invest in this this car driving fish.
Yeah, but
His name is.
you're the only one investing, Doc. He's not. He's
Yes.
just got the idea. All right?
Right. Exactly.
Let's be clear about that, right, Willie?
Yeah, man. Hey, they got this goldfish, man. He recently earned a world record for driving.
Now, how did he do that? Now, I can understand an octopus. Octopus might be pretty smart.
Hey, this is for real stuff, man. Hey, but we got to talk about it whenever the show comes on.
Oh, okay.
I got to help get your
This is-
ratings up, man. Hey,
So this is
Mark-
kind of like a
Mark-
movie spoiler right now, right?
hey, Mark Wojciechowicz, man. Hey, your ratings are in the tank, man.
Yeah. I need the likes.
I need to help bring your ratings up.
It don't cost much either, Mark.
Yeah,
driving goldfish may
that's kind of what David Hogg was trying to get out of me too. You know, it only cost me like whatever in mines tokens, but you know, I'm like, nah. I think I better hold on to those for now.
Yeah, but hey, y'all need to get on your laptops or whatever it is y'all got, man. Your big time computers, man, and Googleize blub, BLUB, the Italian fish that won the Guinness Book of World Records. It's a real thing, man.
Blub.
Blub.
Well, they did teach a goldfish to drive back in 2022.
Oh,
How'd they do that?
Radio control, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, this is something a little bit different, I think. We'll talk about it on the show, man.
But Willie, does it have a Neuralink?
Talk about it on the show, man. I don't
We
even
already
know what
talked about it in the pre-show.
I don't even know what that word means, man. Neuralink. Ha! Your neuros.
Because you ain't got none.
I wish I had a neuro. I remember when I got my first neuro.
Ah, I found it. There we go. Blub the goldfish.
Yeah, man. Hey, that'd be a sound investment too, man. Hey, we market a whole bunch of them aquariums where that fish will go. Where he went like 40 feet or something, man.
Before crashing or after?
I don't know. I don't think he crashed. But hey, that ain't the only thing that's going on, man. I got a long list of stuff going on.
Uh-oh.
Y'all
Got all
gonna be
kinds of
back-
goings on.
Y'all gonna be back live here in about 30 seconds, huh?
No. Sooner than that.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and you're live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for March 19th, 2026. Of course, we got Doc in the house. What's up, Doc?
Oh, not too much. The sky's up there.
Well, that's a good thing to say, because our next guest is a very interesting cat. And he's the kind of guy who, I don't know, man, he comes in the room and it just kind of changes everything. You know what I'm saying? You were having a nice, peaceful time, and all of a sudden you got this guy in here. And I don't want to talk him down because he's in here. He's listening to everything I'm saying. But, man, if you're having a nice day and this guy shows up, it's over. Willie Lee, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, all I can tell y'all right now in Radio Land is y'all hold on, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. Hey, I don't even know where to start, man. Hey, I know where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna first off start.
Let me ask Doc a quick question, right?
Yeah. No. Hey, I need.
Doc, you see
hold
what I
on.
mean about he ruined the mood? It just ruins the mood immediately. See what I mean,
Changes
Doc?
the whole
Yeah, go ahead, Willie. Go ahead.
No, man.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
I need to say, I need to be polite and nice and say hello to everybody here on the show. Mr. Doc 69, Mr. John Galt, and Mr. Mark Wojtasik. Yeah, that's what his name is, man. How y'all doing tonight? Come on.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Glad you're here, Willie.
Yeah. Hanging in there, Willie.
Hey, and for all y'all out there in Radio Land don't know, my name is Willie Lee. I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, I come on the show once a week with goings on and happenings, man. They goings on and happenings in the world. Hey, but I got questions sometimes, man. Hey, and these guys right here on this show, they're all real smart. Well, except for one. Hey, I ain't gonna. Hey, here's what I want to know. I want to know, how come a cowboy is called a cowboy and not a horse boy? He rides a horse out. I call them horse boys, man.
Doesn't roll off the tongue quite the same, though.
No, man. Hey, I'm broadcasting live from the billboard out here on in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, we reaching worldwide, man, out to I-75 and down to I-10 down in Florida, and I-26 and I-77 and
Is that Channel
I-80.
9 on the CB?
No, hey, we got a booster, man. How we getting out everywhere, man. Hey, but they stuff. Hey, here's what I want to know. Here's what I want to know. Did y'all know did y'all? Hey, I bet y'all didn't know this, man. Y'all might have noted or forgot you noted or whatever, man. Hey, but I bet you did not know that a squirrel can fall from any distance. That a squirrel can literally fall from 100 miles up in the air, hit the ground, and it will not hurt him. I bet y'all didn't know that, man. Hey, because they got something that's called terminal velocity.
All right,
Yeah. Hey, we talked
Willie,
about this on.
Willie,
Wow.
real quick. If you were to drop a squirrel 100 miles up into space, it would die instantly.
Yeah, well,
Just FYI. Okay.
well, maybe 99 miles, man. I don't know where space starts, man. Hey,
Well, let's
you
start
get,
with like maybe a quarter mile. How
yeah,
about a
no,
quarter mile? I think you hit terminal velocity and make your point with a quarter mile. That's what, 2,500 feet or so?
yeah,
Not even that.
hey, make it 50 miles, man. 50 miles. Hey, if you drop him 50 miles, he hits the ground, he will not die because of what
Really,
they call
50
terminal.
miles. You're halfway to the moon at that
Yeah,
point.
but
We
no,
should be
no.
making our airplanes out of squirrels.
But hey, man, you're ruining the point, son. You're
Okay,
ruining the
sorry.
point. Is what
Well,
you're
you're
doing,
just coming
man.
up with really dumb
Yeah,
analogies. 100 miles in
no,
space, you're in
no,
outer space at that
no,
point. If you drop a
no.
squirrel off in outer space, it's going to die immediately.
Yeah. Hey, do you know, man, how much more in life that you could have learned if you'd learned to shut up? Oh, that's funny right there. Now, now a squirrel, man. Hey, I got stuff I want to get to, and you're lollygagging, man.
Well,
You
get
don't run.
to it.
Now,
But look, you
man,
can't drop a squirrel 100
you,
miles off the planet of the Earth. It'd be in outer space. It'd be landing on the moon at that point.
How you killing me, man? I'm gonna move on, man. But I want to let y'all know this thing about a squirrel. He has a terminal velocity of 23
Yep.
miles an hour. 23 miles an hour, and plus
Huh.
he spreads his legs out and he uses his tail for stabilization, man. Hey, and he falls belly down. He's almost like he's flying. So hey, you can't kill a squirrel by dropping him out of the sky. Is all I'm saying, man. Whereas a human being is at 120 miles an hour. Hey, I'm trying to educate y'all, man. Trying to educate you. Let you know some things that you didn't know otherwise, man. Come on.
I'm
Hey,
still saying it sounds like we should build our airplanes out of squirrels.
yeah, hey,
There you go.
no. Hey, see, you know what you're doing right now, man? I'll tell you what you're doing. You're leading me into my next point. See, man, you are so smart because I come up with the idea about a flying carpet, man.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, no, hey,
Watch
and you
out,
can take,
Doug. He's
yeah,
going to
hey,
ask you for money soon when he starts complimenting you.
yeah,
This is
no,
true.
flying carpet, man. You take your carpet and you put drones on each corner, man. Hey, you can fly through the air. Hey, because I seen that video where they got these Iranians and they got these flying carpets and they got machine guns on the front of them, and that's what they're using to fight off our F-35s and F-15s and F-16s and stuff, man. Hey, I seen the video.
Well, those are
yeah, no,
magical carpets, though. They don't have drones on the
Yeah.
carpets. They're just magical.
I need to
You've seen
tap into.
Aladdin, right, Willie? I mean, you have
Yeah.
seen Aladdin.
Yeah, I need to tap into that magic bit, man. We're going to go into Willie's flying carpet. Hey, but Doc 69, hey, I told you in the pre-show or whatever you call it, man, during the commercial break about some cash influx that I'm going to need here in a little bit, man. Hey, but we're going to get to that. Hey, because I want to talk about some other things, man. I got all my papers and all my notes and stuff here, man. Hey, and I done started me a monkey band. Everybody out there in Radio Land don't know, man. Hey, I got about 200 monkeys. I got
Didn't you get
3
in
or
trouble
4.
for having these monkeys before? I thought you were supposed to give the monkeys up.
No, man. Hey, I still got them monkeys, and they talented, man. They smart. I got 3 giraffes too. Well, now I only got 2 giraffes because one of them was in the back of my pickup truck, and we hit a bridge. I took his head off, man. Hey, anybody want to buy a giraffe head? That's what I want to know. How many giraffe head I've been trying to sell, man?
Willie,
Hey,
you can't do that on the show.
yeah.
You
Well,
can't do that on the radio. How many times have I told you? You can't
Yep.
push the lines like that on the radio show.
Well,
You can't sell your dead giraffe head on the no.
No, no, man. Hey, monkey. I got a monkey band. Hey, this ain't no lie, man. Hey, Alex. I got my head monkey. His name is Alex. Hey, he walks around, man. He's got pots like on his chest, and he's got a cheese grater that goes between his legs. It kind of dangles between his legs. He got a rope tied around
I've seen
the
it.
cheese grater. Yeah, no, he walks around with a pot on his head, and he got some ladles and big old spoons, and he beats his chest, and it goes clank, 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 and then he beats between his legs, and it goes clink, 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 clink. He'll beat the pot on his head, man. Hey, he's a one-man show. I ain't lying. Yeah, you ought to see him.
It doesn't really qualify as a band, though. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just a monkey who's really loud.
Yeah, no, he's teaching all the other
Can he
monkeys
keep rhythm?
Yeah, hey, he keeps rhythm just like that Johnny Cash song, keeping rhythm, man. Hey, I got a recipe for you too, man. Hey, these right here are hard-boiled pickled eggs, man. Hey, y'all get a piece of paper out and a pencil, and y'all write this down. Hey, this is 12 hard-boiled eggs peeled, 1.5 cups of white vinegar, 1 cup of water, and a pound of Willie's worm hot dogs, a tablespoon of sugar, tablespoon of salt, and then a 1/2 pound of Willie's cricket flour to go along with some red peppers and garlic cloves, man. Hey, that's makes some great eggs, man.
Delicious.
I'm telling you.
Delicious.
Yeah, hey, they are delicious, man. You ought to try some. Oh, look at him. Hey, here's a factoid. Hey, here's a factoid. Something else y'all probably didn't know, man. I got it wrote down right here in front of me. It says in 1945, the U.S. Navy decided that morale in the Pacific was too low. The solution was an ice cream ship. Ships didn't have enough freezer space, so the Navy spent $1 million to build concrete barges solely dedicated to making ice cream. It was a floating factory that produced 10 gallons of ice cream every 7 seconds. It was towed around the Pacific, delivering chocolate and vanilla to sailors in the middle of the ocean. It was the ultimate flex on the Japanese. While they were starving, Americans had dedicated an ice cream ship. Hey, and that's what gave me another idea, man. Hey, I'm gonna start having ice cream on the farm, and we're gonna do all this other kind of stuff. And I've been reading the news. Look at him. I've been looking at the news and looking at all these goings on in the world. Hey, and there is crazy stuff going on, man. Hey, we done talked about it on the show before about hobby horsing and hobby dogging and hobby duro. Hey, y'all need to look this stuff up. Hobby duro. This guy puts a stick between his legs and acts like it's a motorcycle, and he runs around and going across tires and beating the snow off of trees and stuff with the back of his leg. Hey, but they got this thing called Therian. Hey, a Therian. These are people. Hey, this is why aliens don't want to come visit us, man. Hey,
I think you might have a
Therian.
point. You might
Yeah,
have a
no,
point.
hey, not these Therians. They are people that believe that they are animals. They are. I seen the video. This one girl, she's talking about, oh,
I
I
thought they
like
called
being.
them furries.
Yeah, no. Well, they got some called Therians too, man. Look it up, a Therian. I ain't never heard that word before in my life. Therian.
Made up
It-
nonsense.
yeah, hey, that's what it boils down to, man, is made up nonsense that people subscribe to. Hey, here's something else, man. Hey, I'm going to become a member of the Clydesdales. These people, man, they approached me and they said, hey, look at him. You want to be a member of the Clydesdales, man? All you got to do is strip down naked. Hey, I sleep naked and I run around the farm all the time naked and everything. Hey, but I got
Haven't
to
you
study.
gotten tickets for that?
Yeah, no, man. Hey, cause all you got. This is funny. I'm telling you, this is true. If you don't believe it, just ask me. I'll tell you, man. Hey, what you do? Here's what you do. Hey, cause I studyarized it, man. Hey, now how long? Hey, now here's the article on Therians. Therians, individuals who identify as non-human animals on a personal, spiritual, or psychological level. Yeah, hey, that's what it is, man. But this whole
Psychological
thing,
something going on.
no. Hey, I got to thinking, man, about running around naked. Hey, and I studyarized it, man. I looked it up. And did you know that if you wanted to run around naked in the streets and everything, you can do it. And there's a loophole. Hey, because I Googleized it. I asked the computer, man. I said, is it illegal to run around naked if your house got torn away by a tornado? And it said that in order for you to be charged with any kind of indecent exposure crime, there has to be intent. And in the case of a tornado, there is no intent, so you can run around naked, man. Hey, and I
But
done.
only
Hey,
during a tornado?
yeah,
That seems dangerous. That seems really
no.
dangerous.
No. Hey, the loophole is intent. Are you intending to be indecent, man? Hey, and what I got? Hey, I got a rundown house. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I'm poor. Oh, I need some money. It's all good. Got all my money. I'm really rich. I'm worth billions of dollars, man. Hey, but it's all good. He's got all my money and everything. And he got it tied up. And sometimes he says I got money, and then sometimes he says I ain't got no money. And then I think him and Aunt Mama Lou is running around and spending all my money because she got a Cadillac. I have to tell y'all about Aunt Mama Lou a little bit later on, man. Hey, but you get me sidetracked, man. Sidetracks what you getting me. Hey, my house is all
Oh,
run down.
Willie.
Yeah, no, hey, now hold on now. Hey, and what happens, man, is if I
I
get caught running around
I have the
Waldo
option to
naked,
take a break early, right, Mark?
no,
That's
hey,
up to
hold on,
you.
man. No, hey,
Okay.
I got stuff, man. I want to talk about.
Because we're getting close to the 20-minute mark. It would be
Yeah,
convenient,
no,
but I guess
no.
we'll give him 5 more minutes. Yeah. Go
Hey,
ahead. Go ahead,
Hey,
Willie.
hey, you cutting it, cutting into my time, man. Hey, my house is all run down. Hey, I got a tent. I've been sleeping in a tent on top of my house. But whenever I get caught by the law running around town naked, man, hey, I'll tell them my house is hit by an earthquake. And it's all run down. I felt a rumble and a tremble in my house. And I went running around. Hey, because that's what's going on. Hey, we got some bad weather coming in, man. Hey, and they tell you, hey, what they say down here,
Okay.
they say,
On
look
that
at here.
note,
No, hold on, man. They say this kind of weather right here is don't sleep naked weather. In case a tornado
Gonna
hits your
freeze your
house,
bits
man, you gotta
off?
have clothes on. No, but
Oh, okay.
hold on. No. Hey, here's something else I want to talk about, man. Hey, Curious Alex. Hey, I'm writing a book, man, about Curious Alex, and it's gonna be like Curious George. Hey, and did y'all know that Curious George, he never had no tail? People says he has a tail, but he never had a tail. And
He
people
had a
says, "Oh, I
tail.
remember."
That
Not,
is lies. That is
not,
blasphemy. He had a
not.
tail.
Hey, that's that whole Mandela thing, man. Hey,
Have.
and Alex, man, Alex is my smart monkey. He got his tail chopped clean off, man. He was messing around in the basement. he got his tail stuck in the window when he was trying to go out of it, and the glass broke, and a piece of the glass came down, and it decapitated his tail, man. I just sliced it clean off, and that's what got me to think about Curious Alex instead of Curious George. And I'm gonna write a book about Curious
All
Alex,
right.
man.
First
Yeah,
of
no,
all, first of
no,
all, decapitated means you lost your head, not your tail. Decapitated. Second of all, Curious Alex is just a complete ripoff of Curious George.
no, no, man. Hey, Curious
It's just a
Alex.
ripoff. Willie,
No,
you're
Are you
ripping
gonna
them off.
dress up in the funny yellow outfit?
yeah. It's about this monkey with no tail and this man named Willie with a big yellow hat, man, and wearing a big
Oh,
yellow shirt and big yellow pants, man. And it's gonna be called Curious Alex. And
this is a
Curious
ripoff,
Alex.
Don. I'm pretty sure it's a
I
ripoff.
gotta say, in this environment, it sounds like he's curious, like sexually curious, because they push that on kids so hard. You know, and it's an LGBT thing,
You might
right?
get it through
You're
that way.
curious.
You might get it through that way.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
that's what I'm seeing.
No,
Is
he's
that your intent,
curious.
Willie?
No,
He's
man. Hey, I don't.
bi-curious.
No. Hey, I don't believe in all that kind of stuff, though, man. Hey, but look here. Here's what I wanted to talk about to start with, man. We talked about this
Okay, we got
fish
about 2 minutes left, Willie.
in the pre-show. We talked about this fish, and this fish, his name is
Blub.
blub. Yeah.
Blub.
Hey, and it's a real thing. Y'all done Googleized it. Y'all done looked it up. This is a.
I actually
And
just took your word for it, quite frankly.
no. Hey,
I
this
have
is
not
an Italian.
fact-checked you on this, so this could be made-up nonsense from Willie. But
No, I
yeah,
looked
go
it
ahead.
up. It's good. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, hey, y'all can look it up, man. Blub, the Italian fish. He took home the title for the greatest distance covered in a motion sensing vehicle by a goldfish in 1 minute, thanks to his owner, who is an engineer. I got it wrote down right here. And what they do, man, is they take this goldfish and they put him in an aquarium, man, and the aquarium senses the motion of the fish. And if the fish goes to the right, the aquarium is on wheels. It goes to the right. And if the fish goes straight, hey, then the aquarium goes straight. Doggone, man. Hey, hey, they can rig this thing up, man. Hey, they can put bombs in the back of it. Yeah, they can take this thing and put bombs in the back of it and make the goldfish steer that thing straight and go someplace and blow someplace up or something, man. Hey, but this is Blub the goldfish.
Didn't the Navy do that with dolphins back in the day, or was that to hunt bombs?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Hey, but hey, here's what I need.
Willie,
No. Hey, you sidetracked me, man. I ain't
you got 1
just a
minute left, okay? You got 1 minute left. Go ahead. Go on with your nonsense. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, hey, this ain't nonsense, man. Hey, this is real stuff.
it is.
Doc 69. Hey, look at here, Doc 69.
I'm
Now, I
listening.
know. No, hey, I know all I need is $20, man, and we can start
What do you
us.
mean another check? You're not sending him checks, are you?
Well, I sent one to Saul that for the Venezuelan cockroaches.
Yeah, hey, that's
yeah.
another deal, man. The whole cockroach thing, man. Hey, but $20, man, we can
All right,
start
folks.
mass producing these aquariums
It's about
with
that
wheels
time.
on them, and goldfish, man. Hey, look
Fish
at him.
fish delivery services.
Hey, it's cheap, man. For the price of just a little bit of fish food, man. Fish delivery service. See there, man? You smart. I'm telling you, smart. Hey, but look
All
at
right,
him.
folks,
We got.
on that note,
Hey,
we're going to
no,
go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, and we'll be right back after this.
Not flat Earth, man. Hey, we want to talk about flat Earth.
You got
too.
it in. Oh my God.
You're insane, Willie.
Really, Willie?
Man. There's another Willie Day. We call it Willie Day around here. There went another Willie Day.
God, I think every
I
day
thought
would be
that's-
Willie Day around there.
Yeah, I thought that's what they called the Pride Parade, Willie Day.
You gotta get your Willie on. Everybody. Huh?
God, I remember cracking up asking David Hogg if he ever made love to his wife as Hansel. So I got to ask you, James, do you ever make love to your girlfriend as Willie?
She's sitting right here. Well, look, truth is, that's usually the after party. She's awesome.
I'm going to put it in. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Hi, come on, man. Let's get in the house. Let's get in the house. Let's get in the house. Hi, here come Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. We'll get in the house.
Oh, she's a brave woman if she says yes to that.
Takes all kinds.
So Willie Day might take on a new meaning for your house, Willie. I hope it does.
Yeah, we have fun.
It ain't cheating if you're in character.
Well, no, we got this little house that we're building and sheetrocking and installation and
Jeez.
then putting in septic and plumbing and having all kind of fun around here.
Why would you do that as a squatter? I don't get it.
It's a
We're
squatter.
You should be tearing the copper out of the walls and selling it for crack and all that good stuff.
now we're improving the property, man. That way they can't throw us off of it.
That's right. If you improve it so much over a certain period, it becomes yours.
That's right.
Homesteading.
We don't live in a house. We live in a gravitational ship.
Mm. Yeah, it's a gravitational ship. Look it up.
Yeah, we got some news to cover here too now. Plenty of stuff.
We done covered the important stuff about Blub the goldfish.
You know, we didn't get to the turkey octopus squid. Turkey
Yeah.
octopus squid.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. I didn't see the picture. That was another
you didn't
one of
see the
Whitley's
picture?
things.
Oh,
No, man, I
God.
sent the picture to you, but I don't have it like in my notes right here. I forgot all about that. Yeah, the chicken or the turkey stuffed with an octopus, and it's got tentacles coming out of his butt. It looked
Yeah,
pretty yummy, didn't it?
Yeah, and I would shove a squid down its throat just for fun.
Yeah, there you go. You know, I seen a picture where there was a lobster coming out of his head. Anyway,
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys. I love you, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and let you have at it.
All right, brother.
Talk to you
We'll
later
see you
on.
next week. I can't wait for it.
All right, y'all be good. Take care.
Yep.
All right, you damn fool.
Yep. Thanks, Mark, for everything you do.
I try.
Later.
Yep. Take care.
Yeah, you don't interrupt him nearly enough, Mark.
Really? Really?
Just trying to start fights in here, John.
Yeah.
I do want him to come back, like the next episode, and show. But he
Right.
got
So-
real mad at me that one time and wouldn't come back for a couple times. I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, you better apologize to him. You told me. I'm like, okay.
So, man, Doc, is Candace Owens even worth covering? I mean, what a scumbag.
Anyways,
I-
here's your countdown: 3, 2,
Yes or no?
1,
Ah,
go.
It's gone. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for March 15th, 2026. And with me tonight, of course, I've got Doc in the house. What's up, Doc?
the sky and Willie's apparently up there as well.
Yeah. I want to see him make a concrete boat. I would really love to see him go down that road.
That I don't think it would end as well for him as it did for the Navy.
Let's see here. Let's get into some lying liars lying. So, what do we got? Paul Begala here. If I'm not mistaken, with Scott Jennings. Yeah, Begala. This is about the whole Pete Hegseth thing with the Army buying steak and lobsters. Every September, at the end of the fiscal year, if you're a government agency, you have X number of dollars left over. You either spend them or lose them forever. Right?
Yeah.
Not a good look, whatever, but it is what it is. And so oftentimes in September, there are, expenditures that are a little outside the normal. Last year in September, they bought a bunch of steak and lobsters for the troops, and in areas of forward conflict, they gave them a good dinner. Right now, apparently, I've seen some of these reviews of it, and they're not great. It's not like you're going to Roost Chris Steakhouse here and getting the surf and turf. It's a tough steak and a dried out piece of lobster, and hey, you're happy to have it. You're at war, and they give you steak and lobster tonight.
Actually,
Yeah. So anyway,
it's pretty good. I've actually cooked it for them. So yeah,
okay. Well,
it's some pretty good quality stuff, and they've been doing that for a long time. Yeah, I've Thanksgiving and New Year's. So usually they'll have a really big a prime rib, and they do get really good high quality prime ribs sent to the military for that over there. Yep. Those are forward operating places only, though. Sorry, didn't mean to, but I wanted to let you know that no, that's not something that is uncommon.
Okay, so on CNN the other night, here is Paul Begala.
That's not important. You know what's important? He has spent $15 million in 1 month for ribeye steaks, $6.9 million for lobster tail, $225 million for furniture. He spent more in the month of September than most countries on earth spend in their defense. Paul, do you believe all for himself? Lobster tails? Do you believe?
It cut out.
Oh, it looks like we lost him.
I think he's froze. Go ahead, take it from here, Doc.
Well, yeah, so anyway, like you were saying, Mark, this is actually not that uncommon. This is whenever they have a military operation going on and the troops are going to be deployed on an operation, they feed them one of these meals. So it's not really that uncommon.
Yeah, sorry about that. I actually hit the wrong button and disconnected from the room.
That's all right. Happens to the best of us.
Yay. But yeah, here's Paul Begala saying literally he thinks Pete Hegseth spent that money on himself. That he ate the $16 million worth of steak and lobster.
I have to wonder sometimes if these people are doing it intentionally, being like completely obtuse to reality, or if they're just that dumb. Like, you have to wonder sometimes. This is one of the most absurd things they could be going after Hegseth for. It just makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, especially the officers and everything on the front lines. Hey, you deserve a good meal every now and then. I have no problem if they feed them a good meal every now and then. Right? Like, every night they feed them a damn good meal. I'm happy. They should get it. But anyway, CNN now is on the back foot. They put out, they had just a terrible, horrible, no good week, right? They had, Abby Phillips come out and say that, you know, the whole thing in New York was just, she said, you know, here, I want to quote, this is her on X. I want to correct something I said last night. The bombs thrown in New York City over the weekend by ISIS-inspired attackers were thrown into a crowd of anti-Muslim protesters, not specifically targeted at Mayor Mandami, right? They had a post also about, you know, the post regarding 2 individuals arrested for throwing homemade bombs outside New York City Mayor home failed to reflect the gravity of the incident, thereby breaching the editorial standards we require for all reporting from CNN, when they said 2 teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day, enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather. But in less than an hour, their lives would be drastically changed as the pair would be arrested for throwing homemade bombs during an anti-Muslim protest, not an anti-mayor protest, anti-Muslim protest outside the home of Mamdani, i.e. Gracie Mansion. So they're putting the statement out, quote, "We stand by our journalism. Politicians have an obvious motive for claiming that journalism, which raises questions about their decisions, is false. At CNN, our only interest is in telling the truth to our audience, to the U.S. and around the world, and no amount of political threats or insults is going to change that." CNN CEO Mark Thompson. Trust in the mainstream media is what, 9%, Doc?
Yeah, and I think CNN just got sold to CBS, so they clearly weren't doing a good enough job to be profitable. Like, these people are... When Michael Malice says you don't hate the corporate media enough, you think you do, but you don't. He's right. Like, it's the reality is that the corporate press has been for a very long time a mouthpiece for the Democratic liberal wing of the uniparty government. I mean, the only thing they support that's somewhat conservative in this country is warfare, and that's it. Everything else, they've been completely biased for most of my life. I mean, CNN had maybe 2 or 3 years where they weren't completely biased, but that ended very quickly. And of course, Fox, on the other end of it, has always been biased to their side. So it's
Mhm.
like they're not in it to give us news; they're in it to sell us narratives.
But I don't see Fox making stuff up like they seem
Not
to do
nearly.
over at CNN.
Yeah, not
You
nearly
know?
as much, but that's why they have a conservative bent. They don't they have to the leftist media has to keep going farther and farther because theirs is character. They're more characters than actual news reporters, whereas Fox
Mhm.
had a more direct bias, which is towards the the traditional Republican conservative. So their bias is explicit
Yeah.
on both sides, but one side does tend to use lies and obfuscation much more than the other.
It's like watching Greg Gutfeld versus Stephen Colbert, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
one of them actually has a leg to stand on. The other one is just making stuff up.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is what it is. They can do it. Now Stephen Colbert is going to be off the air like any day now, right?
Well, I think this is his contract comes up here pretty soon this summer, I think.
I think it's this spring, which we're in.
Oh, is it?
Like,
Is it
I
that
think
early?
it's
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like any day now. Well, you got to remember he announced it like what 6-9 months ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while that he's running through his like final period, but yeah, no. What did they say it costs him what $100 million a year or something to run a show?
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, and you're out there living in a $50 million mansion, driving $200,000 cars around, and you're just pissing money away for your company that hires you and pays you all that money to do that. You're just like a fire hose. You're holding the fire hose, throwing money down a drain. Anyway, fun stuff. Now,
I think it actually worked out for their benefit when it at least a little for a short period of time. Anyway, the COVID thing really worked for the pharmaceutical companies. Anyway.
Yeah, they're major advertisers were all selling the drugs that they were pushing.
Yeah,
you'll wonder why they're corrupt. But FCC Chairman Brendan Carr put out a warning the other day. Broadcasters that are running hoaxes and news distortions, also known as fake news, have a chance now to correct course before their license renewals come up. The law is clear. Broadcasters must operate in the public interest, and they will lose their license if they do not. He added, correcting course would also be the broadcaster's financial interest, pointing at declining public trust in legacy media outlets. Quote, frankly, changing course in their own business interests since they trust in legacy media has now fallen to an all-time low of 9%, and ratings are a disaster. Quote, the American people have subsidized broadcasters to the tune of billions of dollars by providing free access to the nation's airwaves. It's very important to bring trust back into media, which has earned itself the label of fake news. So, it goes on and on. I could quote some Trump stuff here and,
I'd like to see them auction up this FCC space. I would like to see them auction up the space for the broadcast channels to a general auction and let some other companies come in and make it be competitive for your national news. That give them some incentive to make a profit and be real. Otherwise, people are just going to go to the internet where they can get the news instantly, and they don't have to go through a reporter with all the ads and all the nonsense. The model just doesn't work for them anymore.
Well, and that's the thing that caught my attention here. He's talking about kind of like CNN under the hood, but has CNN ever been broadcast anywhere over the air? That's cable, right?
They are cable, but I do know that, like, for example, CBS just bought them out. They were owned by somebody else. So they might have a broadcasting agreement of some kind.
Yeah, if they do, though, it's not like the core of their business, to my knowledge. It's just cable, right? That's how they survive, is people pay $100 a month for their cable, and then X number of those dollars go to CNN. And they're trapped. You can't not pay for cable without paying CNN.
Right. And that's how the cable packages work, yeah.
Yeah, so you end up, you hate CNN. You never would watch it in a million years, but you're still paying them if you're paying for cable.
Yeah.
Or you switch to the internet and go to the modern era, and you don't have to do that anymore. Sweet.
Yeah, I don't think I've the only mainstream news that I even look at all is occasionally I'll look at some Fox clips, but I generally I go right to websites. I go Zero Hedge, Post Millennial, Axios is pretty
Yep.
good. And they're left leaning, but they at least have good, true information. Like people nowadays have so many accesses to good, true information. The TV being a narrative creation machine doesn't really work for them anymore. Like you said, their ratings are in the gutter. They're not conceived of as popular or positive in the eyes of the general public, and it's really only people over the 60 that are watching them at this point. So I mean, if they don't make a change, they'll go away anyway.
Yeah. And then all the boomers will like have no news to go to. Oh, you mean I
They
gotta
only
go
got
to?
a few years left.
Well, no. Let's we got to respect our elders. And I mean that. We love boomers. We make fun of them every now and then, but you got to love them. They
Well, you
are
can't help but make fun of them. They're so
our
silly.
elders. Yeah. How do you get a dangle? I got a port. I gotta somehow put a port in here. I haven't had a port since I was in Portugal back in the day. Anyway, let's get okay, fair, which is the basically, here's an article from Breitbart. Quote, almost 19 million illegal immigrants are living in the United States, according to the Federation for American Immigration Reform. Since our December 2020 estimate, the illegal alien population in the United States has grown by 4.1 million, or 28.2%, reflecting an unprecedented wave of illegal immigration during the Biden administration, the group reported on Wednesday. 28% of our country are illegal. 19 million.
Yeah, I think that number is actually a little low, personally. But I think it's closer to 30 million. But,
Isn't that like a second class of people out there? Like it's shocking. That type of number should never, ever, ever exist in a modern society like ours.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've really made it hard for our businesses not to rely on cheap labor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a double-edged sword when you need cheap labor all the time.
And now there's a big majority of people out there that want every illegal deported. But if we're talking about 28% of the population, that is a massive wave. Now, when you think about it, we've got all these robots coming down the pike, or the pipe, or the pike, right?
Yeah.
Coming on the turnpike.
So I think either one works, really.
Yeah. That's crazy. You almost need to get rid of them all. Because they're just, hey, you got your country. Look, you live on a beach, man. You came from like Costa Rica or, some tropical paradise. They pretend like it's, they're fleeing the climate. No, man. They're going to Minnesota to flee the climate. Are you kidding me?
They were coming for the free money. That's what they were coming for, especially the Biden wave. They were all promised free stuff. That's why they came.
One thing I'll tell you about Somalia, it may be messed up in a lot of ways, but it's got a lot better climate than Minnesota does.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's got, like, if you want to judge, I don't know, if you want to freeze your butt off, if you want to go from living in a tropical, oasis to living in the 20, 50, 60 below zero weather, you'll love Minnesota. But folks, I wouldn't live in Minnesota. I've, grew up in that stuff. I lived in Chicago for 10 years. I would never, when I was living in Chicago, I had, clients and people I talked to in Minnesota. Holy crap, it's how cold? I mean, I'm telling them it's cold here. It's 20 below. They're like, oh, it's 50 below here. Oh, okay. We're talking real cold.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why people from, Africa want to repopulate to Minnesota? It's got to be something more than the weather. I mean, granted, the summers up there are brilliant,
Well, I mean, if you don't get carried away by a mosquito.
The state bird.
Yeah, but no, you're right. I mean, there's no logical reason for all these people to be here other than somebody promised them free stuff, and that's why they came,
Well,
and they're taking advantage of it.
and we played that clip, I think Wednesday or maybe last Sunday, of Hakeem Jeffries saying specifically that the reason they're holding up funding for the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, is shut down during this quote unquote war that we're in right now. All these terrorist attacks happening all over the country, left and right. DHS is shut down. And he said twice in an interview that the biggest thing was that they didn't want ICE anywhere near polling stations.
Of course they don't. They wouldn't want any proof of the illegal voting, would they? They wouldn't want that to happen.
Yeah, all of a sudden, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you're scared to go there because ICE might be at the polling station. So, and hey, if they catch somebody who's not an American trying to vote, yeah, I should scoop them up right there on the spot, and you should be gone the next day. Goodbye. But that's the biggest obstacle to having the Department of Homeland Security open right now, according to Hakeem Jeffries. He said it, folks. I played the clip on the show. He said it, and he mentioned it twice. He said they can't go to schools, they can't go to hospitals. One other thing, and they can't go to polling places. But then he mentioned polling places again as the most important. Wow.
Well,
tell me you're not.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, tell me you're not trying to steal the election without telling me you're not trying to steal the election.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting to. Like, the Democrats, we know, clearly want illegals here for voting purposes for multiple reasons. They want to be able to use them in the ballots harvesting operations. They want them to be counted for the census. They want them here for voting purposes, and that is a strategy that they have employed for 10, maybe 15 years now, and it clearly is something that they want to protect, and Trump is trying to do away with.
Yeah.
That's why the SAVE Act is so important.
And never in the history of our country has immigration happened at this sort of rate. And you might talk about Ellis Island and, well, they were peanuts compared to what's happening today with the number of people coming into the United States. It's unprecedented. It's never been done. And 28% of them are here illegally. What do you do with that nightmare? You just left a giant knot. It's like you want to use the extension cord, but it's tangled up in 50 million knots, and it's going to take you half the day to just uncoil it to use it again. You know what I mean?
I think the last time we imported that many people at one time was during the potato famine, and we sent all of them right to the front lines of the Civil War. Like,
there you go.
I think that's the last time we imported this many people. So there is nothing in the history of the United States that is comparable to this.
Yeah. And, you mentioned the potato famine. And when they defend what's going on, they say, well, it's the economy. We need to have these people here to support the economy. Now, Ireland had 9 million people before the potato famine. They've got about 5 million today. They've never recovered from that in over 150 years.
Yeah.
Right? But yet Ireland still exists. Ireland is still a wonderful place. It's still beautiful. There's a lot of wealth there. It's successful. But yet it's half the population it was 100 and plus years ago, Yeah. So don't tell me you have to import all these people and you have to always grow your economy. You always have to have more and more and more and more and more people. You don't.
No, that's just a lie they tell you to cover up for their BS.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's see. In the few minutes we have left, let's get into all right, really quick. Yes, Dama. England. They're going to scrap jury trials here coming up, right? If you're facing less than 3 years, you don't need a jury. This is a country that invented jury trials.
Yeah, the foundations of Western law is the jury trial. That's insane.
And they're scrapping it over there. And I could go down the British route all day long. I mean, my algorithm just gives me British news and Australian news all day long because I just cry when I read American news.
Yeah.
So I can laugh at least when I read this stuff.
Could compare, be like, at least we're not Europe yet.
Yes, at least we're not this level of insanity.
Yeah.
There's a Sikh guy in London that put out a thing that said, proudly do not serve halal food. Have you seen that restaurant?
I did see the video of him getting arrested for not serving halal meat. Yep.
Yeah, the public went crazy outside his place and threatened him up and down and left and right, and death threats, and because he said we proudly don't serve halal meal. And mind you, if you're a Sikh, you can't serve halal food. It's not kosher, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so they're proud to do it because, hey, all our Sikh friends, come on in here. This is not halal food. But the neighborhood went crazy, and that guy's going to seek asylum in the United States. I'll tell you what. If he comes here, I welcome him in, and he should be full citizenship and, asylum. Well, anyway, let's talk. Go ahead.
The whole scenario is just happening in England, where a Sikh man is being attacked by Muslims for not selling halal food in England. It's just such an absurd thing that shouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just it explains Europe in such detail.
And Sikhs always carry that knife, that ceremonial knife on their side.
Yeah,
and that is required because of the long battle that they've had against Muslims over the years, because their part of India is right on the border with Pakistan. So they've been in this battle, this fight with the Muslim communities there for I don't know, last few hundred years. So it's the same fight. They're just importing the same fight to London. Good for them.
Right.
All right. In the last couple minutes we have left here, and we do only have maybe 2 minutes left. This is crazy. Rumor: Trump used Tucker Carlson to catch Iranians off guard and take out Khomeini. From Avi Yemeni over at Rebel News. It's a photo of Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson right before Iran war kicked off. He said, "This photo is hilarious in hindsight. Trump knew Tucker was talking to Iran, so he invites him to the Oval Office before the strike, knowing Tucker will run straight back and relay it. Iran sees this photo, thinks Tucker has Trump's ear, thinks Trump is bluffing. Meanwhile, Trump's sitting there smiling because he wanted them to believe it. Tucker's ego sells the deception. Khomeini buys it, and just like that, Tucker unknowingly helps out the Supreme Leader, helps take out the Supreme Leader, and now America's biggest traitor may be heading to prison." So he's talking about Tucker Carlson. And Tucker put out a post the other day saying the CIA has been, reading his emails and stuff, and he might be in real big trouble here. Let's see. This is just a rumor at this point.
I think this is the same thing as the Russian thing. They tried to do this, make the same smear attack when he was talking to the Russians. I don't believe Tucker in any way, shape, or form is against the president. I just think he's anti-war, and I think there's a lot of people who are pro this war who want to make Tucker out to be a bad guy when he's not. That's what I think. But that's yet to be determined.
Well, that's why I brought it up in the last minute of the show, because it's so out there in the air. I just thought I'd throw it out there as a rumor, right? So, folks, anyway, this is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We're going to wrap it up right here. Thanks so much for listening, and we will see you on Wednesday night. So, take care.
All right. Do you want to do an after show?
I have to go, but you guys have a good one. I will talk to you later on.
All right.
I'm surprised I made it through. I was calling Blue all night last night and all day today, and my throat is, I can feel it now, man.
All right. I'm going to take and host us out then.
All right.
So, everybody, I will be back up and running here in a little while after I do edits and that. Hope everybody had a good time with us. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's see if I can find Morrow. Yeah, we'll host over tomorrow today. And we'll on Wednesday we'll host back over to Great Conspiracy. All right, everybody, have a great night. I'm going to close this out for tonight.